The movie starts with a voice explaining that the Queen of Golden Wheel King and having an affair with her cousin Aoyang Fang, also called West Poison, and they are planning to take over the throne, but for this, they need the Imperial Seal. Scene transition of West Poison attacking the king and fighting the guards. Queen also join him and they beat the king's guard and capture him. Queen asks him to hand over the Imperial Seal, but King complains to her. West Position asks the Queen to do things the hard way. The Queen takes a giant Asian centipede and puts it down King's throat. The centipede is trained to respond to a drum and will cause immense pain to King once the drum is played. Queen plays the drum, but instead, it causes the servant of the king to squirm in discomfort. All her drums are alike and not distinguishable. She plays another drum which causes pain to one of their subordinates, earning her a look from West Poison. At last, she gets the right drum and the king tells them that Seal is with third princess who suspected them and said that her kung fu will keep the seal protected. West Poison leaves to confront her. The princess is hunting when she is jumped by West Poison, Queen, and their men. She warns them that she knows mystical kung fu. She tries to summon a special attack but fails 2 times, earning laughs from her enemy. But the third time her tsunami punch sends Queen flying. Her servants defeat West Poison's men, and they send her away on a magical horse to Mount Jiugong to look for her master. As West Poison and Queen chase her, they bump into each other. She uses her tsunami punch before leaving and it hit Queen in the face. West Poison and Queen go to a sorcerer and get some flying boots and other magical equipment to catch up to Princess. In the mountains, some disciples are waiting for their master Wang Qingyang, who is returning from supposedly 5 years of training in heavenly kung fu. One of them is a girl named Zhu Badong disguised as a man, and Wang talks to them using his 1,000-mile reaching voice, which allows him to talk at large distances. We see Wang and he seems like a big mouth, all talk and no skill. West Poison is chasing the princess using flying shoes, and one of them catches fire, and he throws it away, while West Poison has a crash landing himself, and his boot crash lands on Wang's head, who was talking to his disciples. Princess comes across him. He asks her to tell Badong he will marry her in the next life and deliver his robe to her, and he dies. Princess takes his robe, and as she is leaving she is seen by his disciples and Badong, who recognize his robe. They find Wang's body. Badong, thinking Princess killed him, vows to avenge his death. Next, we see an old man who is 190 years of age talking to his grandson Prince Duan about his wet dream. He asks him to find true love to enter nirvana. He tells him to look for someone with the surname Huang, and only after his true love will say I love you 3 times, then he will enter nirvana. This promotes him to think of breaking his engagement with the princess and looking for his true love. Next, a couple, Huang Yaoshi and Sukiyu, are seen practicing the flirting eyes sword style. Princess gets there and Yaoshi starts looking at her dreamily. This enraged Sukiyu, who thinks the princess is trying to steal her man. Princess asks about the location of Master Jiugong, and despite Sukiyu's protest, Yaoshi helps the princess. Princess leaves and Sukiyu walks away saying that she will cut the princess's face. Princess meets Master Jiugong, who suggests that her fiancé Prince Duan can help and ask her to find him in the Heavenly Dragon Temple. But Princess says she wants to kill West Poison by herself. Master tells her of the Book of Yin that teaches the strongest kung fu, but it is very hard to get it. Yaoshi comes there and starts looking at the princess while smiling like a moron. Master tells the princess that the book is hidden in White Bone Cave at Mount Dangxi. Sukiyu comes there and throws a dart at the princess, but it hits the master. Master whispers to Yaoshi that he taught the princess basic kung fu, but asks him to act like it is big deal as she is a princess. Master asks Yaoshi to accompany the princess, promoting Sukiyu to shoot him 2 more darts. Master sends them away and stops Sukiyu to treat his wounds, but she also sneaks out. Outside she meets Hong Kai, who claims to be her cousin and wants to marry her. He is the leader of the beggar clan. She scolds him and leaves, and he goes to jump from a cliff. West Poison was stuck there after landing, and as he was climbing he is taken down along with Hong Kai. Down there they start to fight, and Hong Kai proves to be a good match for West Poison, even when he is trying to be killed at his hands. West Poison retreats in the jungle, and he releases invincible killer bees but gets stung himself. He makes many attempts to kill him only to fail. He claws him but instead gets injured by a cactus he was holding. When he tries to stab him, the handle of the knife comes off, and he himself gets stabbed. As West Poison takes out a pouch of poison to use on Hong Kai, he accidentally ingests it himself when Hong Kai pulls the blade out of him. He is in bad shape with swollen lips and enlarged ears and looks like a monster. He wants to visit a doctor, but Hong Kai wants West Poison to kill him first. West Poison promised to kill him after seeing a doctor, and Hong Kai goes with him to see the doctor. Princess and Yaoshi reach the cave. Yaoshi pranks the princess by scaring her. There are 3 monsters inside the cave: a giant gorilla, a dinosaur, and a giant eagle. Yaoshi see them and tell the princess. At first she thinks it's a prank, but then she sees the monsters herself. The monsters run from them, and they run from monsters, and Princess tries to attack the monster with tsunami punch but ends up hitting Yaoshi. They get into a chamber where they find many pots on which the Book of Yin is written. They carry 2 pots out. The monster who use them as toilets carry them back. Doing this again and again, they come across the monsters and Princess attacks them but fail and retreat as they leave her attack activate and send monsters flying away. Back in the village, Yaoshi and Princess come and decide to book a room in an inn. Prince Duan and Bodong are also present there and run into each other. Bodong gets impressed by Prince Duan's looks and gets too touchy with him, but other disciples take her away. Bodong sees the princess going into an inn. Bodong goes and books the room next to theirs. Sukyu also gets to the inn tailing Princess and Yaoshi. Prince Duan also stays at the inn. Princess says she can't share a room with Yaoshi and throw him out. Hong Kai and West Poison also get there but are not accommodated in the inn, so they find a shed to spend the night. Later at night, Bodong uses a technique called 3 flowers that reverse space and time, which peculiarly pairs Princess and Prince Duan together and Sukyu and Yaoshi together, while effectively soiling West Poison's attempt to kill Hong Kai. Prince Duan calls the engagement off, and Bodong starts hallucinating and attacks the princess only to attack her own leg. Princess follows her to her room. Prince Duan and Yaoshi fight and Hong Kai joins them. Prince Duan sees a mark his grandpa told him will be in his true love on Yaoshi's chest and stop the fight. He asks Yaoshi to say I love you 3 times. They see Princess with Bodong, who is hallucinating and sees Princess as Wang. She tells her what Wang said her to tell. They mistake that Princess in love with Bodong, and Yaoshi gets sad. The next day, Sukyu meets with Hong Kai and tells him what happened. Prince Duan tries to get Yaoshi to say I love you, and the princess thinks he is gay. When Yaoshi gets drunk and sees Prince Duan as the princess and says I love you 2 times, only his body ascends but his head remains behind. Yaoshi and Bodong play football with his head, and he finally hears the last I love you and his head ascends. Bodong has the shoes and looking for the killer. They all go to the cave, and the princess is in a crazy state because of seeing Prince Duan's flying head. She addresses Yaoshi as Prince Duan, and Yaoshi wants to die and tells Bodong he killed Wang. As she is about to stab him, the princess saves him. The sorcerer, West Poison, Hong Kai, and Sukyu come there. West Poison sees that the princess is there but is pulled away by the monster. Seeing Sukyu getting close to Yaoshi, Hong Kai gets mad and they both fight. The sorcerer recognizes the boot as hers and Bodong start chasing her with a knife. West Poison convinces the monsters that he is not a human but a duck, and due to his distorted face, they believe him. He sends the monsters to distract the group so he can steal the Book of Yin. As the monster emerges from behind the wall, all the people start running around. The sorcerer tells Bodong killer is West Poison. Princess sees West Poison and she faints thinking it's the duck monster. Yaoshi and Hong Kai capture all the monsters, and sorcerer uses her crystal to see that West Poison has the princess and the Book of Yin. Sorceress says they will have to save the princess and summon a flying carpet. Back in Kingdom, West Poison study Book of Yin. To master the Book of Yin, he will have to break all 9 pots in a single attack. The group disguised as a Persian convoy arrives there, and they start to fight the queen and her men. Even the monsters assist the group. Meanwhile, as they fight, West Poison, who is now healed, keep practicing and perfecting the Book of Yin Kung Fu style. They find the princess asleep like Sleeping Beauty style because the queen fed her a poisoned apple. West Poison masters the Book of Yin Kung Fu and come there. He reveals that he plans to marry the princess and not the queen. He asks the queen for the antidote to the princess's poison, but she says there is no antidote and only a true love's tear can heal her. Sorcerers tell Bodong that this man killed Wang, and they all began to fight him, but he is too powerful even for their combined effort. Prince Duan, who is an immortal, now comes there. He and West Poison fight while teleporting around the room. He beat him and give the group a cure for the princess. He gives them a very big pill and the princess wakes up without even taking it. He leaves. The princess and Yaoshi end up together. Hong Kai and Sukyu end up together, and West Poison is taken by monsters with them. While Bodong has a vision in which she is with Wang in a place much like the afterlife.